Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As promised in my previous Arteza Gouache video that I'll be coming up with the swatching video of this huge 60 tube set from Arteza, here is the one. I'm sorry for coming back a little late with this, but the reason is I was a bit busy with some other stuff and my new Skillshare class on gouache, which I'll be talking about in a bit. And while I'm talking, I'll be showing you the swatching process of these paints. So recently I just published my 7th class on Skillshare, which is all about gouache. This class is for absolute beginners who just want to get started with this amazing medium. To be honest, I started painting with gouache like almost 18 months back, and initially I found it a bit tricky as I'm more used to work with watercolors, but I kept trying and I'm really confident with this medium. This class covers very basic techniques like wet on dry and layering, and I explain how you can simply take inspiration from anything around you and make simple and cute illustrations. And another very important thing that I must mention here is that I'm also running a giveaway right now on Instagram and Skillshare. There will be not one but two winners. Winner 1 will get a 60 tube set of gouache, which I'm swatching right now here, which is sponsored by Arteza. And since Arteza does not ship international, so this prize is limited to a few countries, but I really wanted to give a chance to everyone, so I added a second prize, which is a 24 set of gouache paints by Arteza, but not sponsored by them. That will be shipped by me, and this prize is open international. The deadline for this giveaway is 30th September 2020, which is like 6 days from now. So if you're interested in entering the giveaway, I'll put the link to the Instagram post in the description for you so you can go through the full details. So now you can see that I'm swatching the paints, and the 60 paint set is huge. I mean, there are so many colors, there are so many color choices. I can't really tell you how precious it feels when you get such a big box of paints. And the quality of these paints is amazing. When I started painting with gouache paints, my first set of gouache was Winsor & Newton designer's gouache, and since those paints are really expensive, and I always felt very intimidated while starting painting with those, experimenting with those. And in my experience as a beginner, you tend to waste a lot of paint, especially gouache paints, because you don't know how much water to add or how to mix colors with gouache. So I bought that set of 6 tubes. That's the basic set, 6 or 5 tubes, I don't remember exactly, and that was pretty expensive. And when I had to make my own colors, I tend to waste a lot of paint, which actually made me stop and not paint with gouache. Then I thought of buying a set of cheap gouache paints, which was a Royal Talens. I mean, that's a student grade version of their gouache paints, and those were not really great. So last year when we came to US from India, the first thing that I did was order Arteza gouache paints because I was really drooling over these paints. I've seen so many artists talk so many good things about their gouache paints, especially gouache paints. I mean, they have very good quality products, but their gouache paints really stand out. I really recommend these paints. They are really creamy, super thick, and they are highly pigmented. You won't even feel like you are using very cheap paints. If you want to compare, let's say, if for the 60 tube set of gouache paints, you will pay less than $50 US dollars. And for the Winsor & Newton gouache paints, which is like 6 tube set, you will pay around $30 to $35. I'm not sure about the exact price, but it's somewhere around $35, which is like pretty expensive as you compare to this one. And normally when we see that any product is very affordable, we automatically start thinking that the quality will not be good. Definitely there will be some difference between the ingredients, but honestly speaking, when I'm painting with these paints, I never feel like I'm using very cheap quality paints. And the best thing is they don't smell. I'm hypersensitive to strong smells. even good smells. Even I am really sensitive to good perfumes, so I can really smell anything around me, even if the smell is very light. So I never experienced any kind of, strong smells in these paints. And these are a few things that I think you should consider before, spending money on gouache paints, especially when you're just starting out. So I think enough talking. I'll just speed up the video a little bit and we'll see you at the end of the video. So enjoy the music and enjoy the swatches. As you can see that the paints are really pigmented, and some paints are not highly opaque and some paints are completely opaque. That may be a reason because of the pigment properties. It has nothing to do with the quality of paints, or being affordable or expensive does not make a difference. You will find the same properties in very expensive paints also. As you can clearly see on the chart, some paints are little transparent and some are completely opaque. It's fine. If you want to make them look opaque, you can add some white to the paints and they're good to go. So we are done with the 48 colors here, and now we are left with the 12 swatches of the metallic paints. Alright, let's start with the metallic paints. And I've also mentioned this in my previous video where I reviewed these paints. The metallic paints in this set are not very shiny, but they're really nice in, if you want to just add some little touch of shine in your painting, it's fine, you can use them. Or even it's good for crafty projects, like if you want to make greeting cards or something like that. These paints are very ideal for that. I usually don't use metallic paints in my work, but I really love the texture of these paints. Alright, so here are the metallic swatches. As you can see, they don't have much sheen to them, but the shades are really beautiful. And that's it for now. I hope you liked the video. Please do subscribe, share and like. If you have any questions, please share them in the comments below, and see you next time.